Welcome to Ayofan Sisters Kingdom. It's me, your queen, Nanaya Sankofa in your area. How are you doing, family? It's been a while. I'm back again. I hope all is well with you on your spiritual journey and you are enjoying your path. Welcome once again. So today we are going to talk about how to honor our ancestors. People have been writing me, and today I'm here for us to talk about how to honor our ancestors. A lot of people are honoring their ancestors and they don't even know about it. A friend of mine once visited me, and for me, things that I do when you come to my house is all over the place, you know. So she was trying to tell me that, yeah, it's not good, it's evil, you have to try and stop it and blah and blah. And I was like, look, that is my path. You have your path. I love you. I care so much about you unconditionally. But when you try to tell me what to do on my journey, then we will have a problem, you know. So let's just keep this like that. Stop judging me. Stop telling me what is good and what not. That is my journey. I have my path. You have your path. Let's keep it like that. Fast forward. So there was one time she invited me to her house, and when I went there, I saw the pictures of the dead parents, the mother, the father, then the grandparents, and fresh flowers was also there on that table. And I was like, girl, what is this? Who are these? Then she was like, yeah, that is my mom, my dad, and my grandparents. Then I said that, do you know that's what you came to my house the other time you were talking about? You were honoring also your ancestors. No, it's nothing like that. I'm just putting it there so that time to time I will remember them, I will not forget them. And I was like, sure. But I just never feel like arguing, you know. I never feel like arguing, so we just left that topic like that. But as we are talking right now, come to think about it, what is the difference between what she is doing? And she's telling me that she is a Christian, so what she is doing is not honoring the ancestors, it's just remembering the parents. And she came to me, she saw almost the same here, and she's telling me that what I'm doing is not good. It is very funny, you know. So back to our topic. A lot of people are honoring their ancestors whilst they don't even know that they are doing that. And it's beautiful. People keep on, you know. To have an altar, when we talk about having an altar, a lot of people think that you need to have some funny, scary, ugly things in one corner. Then you have to be cutting blood on it every week, every day, or whatever. No, my people, it's not that. It's not that. Get the pictures of your grandparents, your great-grandparents, your family members who have passed to the other side. Find a very beautiful place in your house. I mean, when you have a calling, it's a different thing, you know. Then you need to really have a very special place for people who have extra rooms. Maybe you have an extra room where you have their pictures, where you have you can be bringing them water each and every day. I do that every day. I have to change water. Food is also another way of honoring them. I sing for my ancestors. Sometimes I prepare tea for them. Yeah, my grandmom was someone who really loved black tea, and sometimes when she gets through, I need to, or I have to prepare her black tea. Yeah, so we have a lot of ways to honor our ancestors. It's not a big thing, you know. Then someone will ask me, then when I don't have the pictures, when you have the name, it's also okay. You can write it and find a very beautiful place. Put some beautiful flowers there. Put the name there. You know, it is the energy that you are bringing out. You know, the way, your vibration, that will call them. That will bring them. Just being who you are, being yourself. Days when you remember them, honoring them apart from the altar, preparing food for them, bringing them, let's say, Uncle Mark loved to, liked enjoying his gin, yeah, Fanta or whatever. You know, those are just things that you can place on the altar. Beautiful flowers are said, but as I always say here on my channel, I just want people to understand that the power is within you. You are the powerhouse. You are doing everything. So everything is within you. Vibrate on a higher level, because it is that one will lead them and will call them. You know, whilst they are on the other side, they need that power. And whilst your vibration, you are vibrating on a higher level with that love, thinking about them. When I get to my altar, there are days I don't say anything. I will just kneel down there. I will just sit down there. I will just be singing, and I will just be quiet and thinking about them. Supposing they didn't come here, they didn't prepare the road, I will not be here. How grateful I am. So with that positive vibes, with that positive vibration, that is how you invite them, and they will come. So for that person who once was asking me that, yeah, I don't have any picture to put on the altar, write something. Sometimes you can just even write a letter. I used to do it sometimes for my father. I'll write a letter for him and tell him how everything is. Once in a while, I will read it. I will just place it there. It is endless. Don't look at what someone is doing. They will communicate with you. Your spirit will show you the way, what to do and what not to do. You know, so when you rely too much on other people, what your ancestors want from you may be something different. But when you rely on too much on other people, what other people are doing, that's exactly what you want to do. Maybe you will fail. You know, so learn to listen to your spirit too, because in everything you want to grow. You know, so honoring your ancestors, the more you honor them, they will honor you. It is a give and a take, you know, and trust me, they would never forget you, because somehow you have been chosen as an ambassador for you. Maybe the family members, they are a lot. No one is even going to their grave to go and put flowers there or to remember them. And for you, having an altar at home or always remembering them and honoring them, they will always protect you. They will guide you. Anything that you need, call them in, and they will never put you into shame. You know, so that is a way of honoring our ancestors. It's not any big thing. You know, sometimes when you listen to people, you have to do this, you have to go and buy this, you have to go. No, they are so simple. All they want is for you, that love, for them to feel that love that you have in your heart for them. For you to remember them, that once they were here, that they are not forgotten. That is the way to honor them. Because you can even put the pictures. I've seen people's altar. I think one of my programs I was saying this. There is someone that when I traveled to Ghana, I think 2 years ago or 3 years ago, I've forgotten. I went, he invited me that he had been doing some spiritual work and things are not working out and here and there. So I went there for me to have a look. That is what my spirit told me. And when I went there, the altar was so dirty. It was so dirty. Even water that has been on the altar for days. You know, that one is also not good. Everything needs to be clean. The ancestors, where you want to be honoring them, even you yourself need to be clean. You cannot be going to your ancestors, you just had sex, then you just go to them, you are dirty with your dirty clothes, you just go to the altar. No. So as I said, hygiene is very important. Be clean. Keep your altar clean. Keep yourself clean. It is very important for you to keep yourself clean, because you attract who you are and what you are. Before I forget, last week I was talking with someone, or I was chatting with someone who was talking about what can we do not to attract our negative ancestors. What can we do so that we don't attract our negative ancestors? The question here is, who are your negative ancestors? Who are your bad ancestors? Who do you call your bad ancestors? When the moment that they were living, you were not there. And seconds before somebody leave this planet, what happens? You cannot bear witness because you were not there. There can be maybe one of your uncles, maybe your mother or your father, who was once here and was doing some bad things. But before they left, within those minutes, those short minutes and those short seconds, things can change when they go to the other side. When you don't want to attract negative ancestors, as some people call them, or the evil ancestors, you don't want to attract them, then you yourself see to it that you take good care of yourself. Because as said, you attract what you are. It cannot be possible that you are always vibrating on a higher level and still negative entities or negative ancestors will be coming to you. It is impossible. You always protect yourself. You always cleanse yourself. You eat good. You are always vibrating on a high level. What are you going to attract? That is a question for you. You are somebody who like just killing animals just like that, eating flesh meat 24/7. You didn't take care of yourself. You are always dirty. You are always gossiping about people. You always wish people evil. You want bad things to happen to other people. What do you want to attract? You are always drunk. You don't take care of this body, this temple that you are using to have your human experience on planet Earth. When you go and sit in front of your altar, what do you want to attract? People don't talk about all these things. People just want to be rich. People will just say, oh, add this one and everything will be okay. Even the evil ancestors that you are talking about, I think that one will not be that stupid that when you have an ancestral altar, you give them food, you give them water, you give them drink, schnapp or gin or whatever. You always honor them, you remember them, you give them love. And they will have anything against you. They will come to do you bad like what? They don't have time for that. They don't have time for that. Someone was once asking me that why on my program I don't talk about all these witches in Africa who do this and who do that. I don't have time. I don't give my energy to such things. I know there are a lot of things existing in this world, but I don't give my energy to such things. I concentrate what is important to me on my journey. All those one is nothing, because I know what to do. The more you concentrate on evil things, you will surely attract them. And the more you concentrate on good things will surely come to you. So all depends on you. What you want to attract, you will surely attract. Then there are some people, when they are calling, they are by their altar, and maybe they are talking with their ancestors, they'll be like, I call all my ancestors. Who are you calling? Who are you calling in that moment, and what are you calling? Those you can mention by names, you mention them by names. Those you cannot mention by names, when you call one, you've called all. You call your ancestors of love and light. So when there are some ancestors in there that you think they are evil and you are afraid of them, you don't want to have anything to do with them. Sometimes we are the people who heal our ancestors. Some of our ancestors died in a very horrific way. They are in pains. So it is the love and the light that we give them. It helps them to heal. The more we heal, the more they heal too. People should not concentrate too much on the dark side of things. It is part of it, yes. And there are some people who invoke the so-called evil ancestors in time of problem, in time of revenge. A lot of people do it, you know. So, solution: when you have this encounter, maybe on your altar, sometimes when you go to your altar, you have a feeling, you know, that one of your soul uncle or mother that you were not talking to, or one of your aunties, the spirit is coming through, and things somehow when you sleep you have nightmares. Then send love out there. Find out what is causing it, because you are them, you are your ancestors. Why will they wish you evil? What is really happening that they want you dead, that you are having all those experiences? Your side, is everything okay? Are you vibrating on a higher level? Your lifestyle, because everything that you do will surely come back to you. And dealing with deities, dealing with goddesses, dealing with our ancestors, we give love. And when we get there and we are angry, trust me, you attract something that you never expected. So going to the altar, I always say, when you are somebody who have a calling, ancestral calling, whatever calling that it is, always prepare yourself before you go to your altar. I'm not talking about just people who just want to honor their ancestors. Now I'm talking about people who have a calling. Like for me, when I'm going to my altar, I have my clothes that I wear. I have to be clean. I cover my head. I remove my shoes, my socks. I wash my hands. I wash my face. I wash my mouth, because it is with that mouth I used to talk evil. I used to talk, say nonsense, or sometimes unnecessary things. You know, I prepare myself. I burn my incense. And it can never be, there are some people also who are maybe that same room where the altar is, they will be sleeping with men, they will be sleeping with women, different types of, of women, different types of men. And that same room is where your altar is. What do you want to attract? Those are things some people will think it's not important, but sometimes I want you to look in there, because it's just easy for people to say that, and my evil ancestors, and my evil ancestors. What are you attracting? Spirituality is not a joke. And spirituality is not for babies. You need to be strong. You need to prepare yourself. But still, when you are having such issues, there are some crystals that you can put on your altar. Always, before you start any work, secure the room. Cleanse the room. I have a video about cleansing. Always try to have Florida water with you. And be very know who you are calling. Don't just call, I call them all, I call all spirits. No, we don't do things like that. When you are not careful, you attract something else. I always say your vibes attract your tribe, your vibration. When it comes to spirituality, everything is energy. And your vibration attracts a lot. Always secure and protect yourself and the place that you are doing your rituals is very important. It's only those stubborn spirits who go to parties where they are not invited, I will say, you know. So when I am in my room, in my chambers, yeah, and I'm calling upon my ancestors, I call upon my ancestors of love and light. I call upon my ancestors who wish me well and who want the best for me. I invite them. So who and what, as I ask, who and what are you inviting? Is what you invite, they will surely come. When those stubborn ones feel like coming, your place is protected, is secure. You have protected yourself. So how will they enter? And you are vibrating on a higher level of love and light. Though we know everything needs to be balanced. Yin, yang, hot, cold, and so on and so on. Black, white, good, bad. About this, we are talking about that question that came about the evil ancestors. You may know them evil when they were here. On the other side, when you heal yourself, sometimes they come true. I remember when my journey started, and I don't know, this was very crazy. You know, I was more into learning more about the slave trade and what took control over me. It was just dangerous. It was dangerous, you know. A lot of things were coming through my ancestors. Things that I didn't know, the anger. I had a lot of anger in me. One of my friends had to help me to go through, to heal myself. And when I started healing myself, my ancestors also started healing. I was having my program those days, for those who still remember, on Facebook, with almost 20,000 followers, was called Church Business. And I was really bashing on people, you know, with my anger. It was really crazy, you know, it was really crazy. So people used to report me and everything. So later I have to close that one. And then I went off for almost 3 years, you know, to take time for my journey, to heal myself. And it was crazy, but it was good, you know. So you are what you attract. I would like to stop here. Protect your space, protect yourself, keep on cleansing yourself. Get some incense, Florida water, sage, Palo Santo, rosemary. We have a lot of things. What is good for you? Things that I use for me, that is what is good for me. That is what my ancestors like. So find out, make some researches, find out what is good for you too. There are some people who have some, whatever that works for you for protection is very important, you know, because really there are some stubborn spirits, but sometimes they are coming, maybe they have messages for you, or there are some things that they want you to do for them. Nothing more, nothing else. I hope I've answered your question. We'll see very soon. I'll stop here by saying much love, peace from me, Nanaya Sankofa, in your area on Eye of Ancestors Kingdom. The other time someone was asking me whether I can make a video about how to create an altar. I'll find time and I'll come out again. The last days I've been a little bit busy. People, please kindly forgive me. Very soon I'll be back again. Much love, peace, and take good care of yourself.